Folks, did you hear about this? Some fat facts for this country. Some shocking stats yesterday from the National Center for Health.
Yeah.
The number of obese Americans has now surpassed the number of Americans who are simply overweight. So you put those two groups together, that's 75% of it.
Well, here's how they broke it down. 34% of our population is obese.
Obese.
Compared to 33% who are overweight. That's 72 million obese people in this country.
Do you believe it? We're getting worse and worse. So this morning, M&J investigates 3 weight loss plans. First up, one you've heard of, the Pritikin diet.
This diet's been around a long time, since I guess the mid-60s.
Yes.
But will it work for you? Our next guest says he was almost 300 pounds, very close to it, when he started this Pritikin diet. He says it saved his life.
Is there no end to the number of weight loss options out there? Celebrity diets, popular programs, or a healthy regimen? So which diet do you choose? Well, Bill Couch picked one and got amazing results.
I went to Pritikin for the first time March 22nd last year, and without a doubt it changed my life. Absolutely.
Before Pritikin, Bill was 44 years old, weighed 274 pounds, on medications for cholesterol and high blood pressure, and
I knew in my heart that I would be dead by 55 if I didn't change my lifestyle.
also Big Bill had family to live for and a history of failed attempts at dieting.
Flew to the Pritikin Longevity Center, which is it's a one place in Aventura, Florida, which is where they run their whole program. I was shocked when I jumped on the scale. I couldn't believe it.
For the next 2 weeks, Bill immersed himself in the weight loss program. In the classroom,
All day you go to classes and lectures where they teach you about how bad the foods that you're eating are for your internal organs.
workouts,
You go to workout classes every day, and you learn how to wake your body up. It'll adapt quickly.
better food choices.
The program is full common sense. You know you should be eating vegetables and fruit.
Then came the startling results.
In the first 2 weeks, I lost 14 pounds. I wake up every day at 4:30, and I float down the stairs. I can't wait to go work out.
Well, all right, let's bring in the chief medical advisor for the Pritikin Longevity Center, Dr. Tom for 5. We're good buddies now.
Good to see you. Morning. All right, shall we remind everybody, well, first of all, let's ask us exactly what the plan is about. It's very healthy eating.
It's very healthy eating. It's based on low-calorie density approach so that you get a lot of food for few calories. Foods that have a lot of water in them, and that you don't let yourself get hungry.
I have to tell you, this one makes sense to me, because when you kind of amp it up a little bit, if you're not on a diet, this is what people should be eating every day, I think.
It's very common sense.
All right. So
Here's a reminder of what Bill looked like when he was close to 300 pounds.
Okay.
Got
that
belly,
image?
Got belly going.
Let's see what Bill looks like now. Come on out, Bill. All right. Good job. Nice job, Bill.
Wow.
Wow. Come on. Have a seat over here.
You're looking good.
So how much weight have you lost?
70 pounds.
70 pounds.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
But what changed about your life? After just 2 weeks of being on with Pritikin, what changed most importantly in your life?
You know what? I had all the energy that I needed. You know, I went down to Pritikin. I was on all these drugs, cholesterol medicine, high blood pressure, acid reflux. I had sleep apnea. And within 2 weeks, the doctor down there said, you know what? You're done with all that.
All of it.
All of it.
Get rid of all the medicine.
Done. In fact, I haven't even taken a Tylenol since March 22nd. I haven't been sick a day. I mean, it's incredible.
I think the first thing, though, when people think diet and they're like, oh, yeah, I got to go on a diet, they think, okay, well, what am I going to be eating? Give us a typical day for you.
Sure. You know, I wake up every morning. Before I go to bed, I put some oatmeal out, set it up for the morning. And it's oatmeal, fruit, beans, you know, a lot of salad, a lot of vegetables, no red meat, absolutely no red meat. Fish, you know, 3 or 4 times a week.
There are lots
a little
of
bit
different
of chicken.
types of fish, so you can.
Oh yeah,
really...
the fish is incredible. I didn't really eat fish before I went, and now it's like.
I bet I know what you were eating. You were eating red meat, weren't you?
You know what?
How much?
Probably 4 days a week. I couldn't wait to go out and get that big ribeye and grill it up. But now it makes me.
Doctor, it seems like it's something that a lot of people could do. You're just you're eating a lot of food, so you'll feel full, but it's all healthy, lean food. But what are the cravings going to kick in?
You know, if the cravings kick in, first of all, I don't honestly believe that there's any single food choice at any single point in time that's in and of itself a mistake. The idea is to set up your environment so that the majority of the time you're eating healthy. If you got a craving that bad, go out and hunt and gather it. Okay, that's all right. But keeping that kind of food in the house is like trying to pretend you're going to domesticate a wolf and then blaming the wolf when the wolf bites you. You know, willpower, frankly, sucks. So if you want...
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well put.
Sorry.
But hey, that's the way we talk on the show. It's okay,
I'm
Doctor.
going to get a T-shirt made. So willpower sucks.
But, you know, Bill, you got the fruit bowl at the office instead of the Tootsie Roll bowl, and that's the kind of thing that happens. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're never going to have something, but it's going to be a lot less often if it's not in your face.
But when I've read your material, it seems like there's a high water content food.
That's right. So here's a grape, okay?
Yeah.
Here's a raisin, okay? You get this much happiness and fullness from the grape,
yes,
and only this much from the raisin. They got the same calories because you suck the water out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So now you can't eat a bunch of raisins, drink a glass of water, and pray it turns back into grapes.
Right.
Okay? The water's got to be in the food.
This isn't the Last Supper.
So now, if you want a raisin, that's fine, but I'm just saying you should at least know you're not going to get a lot of fullness and satisfaction from that small volume. So the water's got to be in the food, either cooked in, whether it's whole grains that are cooked, or foods already high in water, beans, fruits, and vegetables. And then, of course, a lot of lean dairy, yogurt.
Yes.
And then your protein should be as lean and preferably with some good stuff added.
But
like
you're not saying you
omega-3.
can never throw in, you know, a sliced pizza here and there.
Of course not. If that would be unrealistic, and then, you know, I would be preaching something that's not. But to say that I would keep a bunch of Stouffer's in the freezer,
right,
I wouldn't do that.
But I don't have the money to go down to the Pritikin Center in Florida. Do I have to go to the center?
It's the ideal. It's the ideal. That's true. There's no question about it. But certainly the books that we have, the website that we have, are going to be able to give you the real gist of the
Do I have to
program.
eat at the same time every day? Isn't that what you scheduled meals?
It's nice to have a rhythm. Scheduled eating does help. Going excessive time without eating turns people into Neanderthal.
All right, let's hear from our investigative panel, because we always like to do this. From NYU Medical Center, Dr. Mark Siegel, and dietitian from skinnyinthecity.com, Tanya Zuckerbrot. Guys, you're always very critical of these diets. I have to say, what do you think about the Pritikin diet?
Well, you know, actually, it's one of the best diets we've ever done in this show. That's why we're not up there.
That's why
we're not leering over them the way we were with the Roman warrior diet. But I have to tell you, first of all, it's a well-balanced diet. It's got a lot of fiber in it, a lot of great vegetables and fruits. Very healthy. The problem with it is, and my only problem with it is, how realistic it is for most Americans. You can't really go from McDonald's right to this diet. So for a lot of Americans, I'm concerned that they'll get to this diet, get discouraged, and then not do anything.
Bill, have you missed meat?
No.
Okay. Tanya, they really want you to knock out salt in your diet.
Look, you know, bringing down the salt in your diet is certainly a good idea to reduce risk factors for hypertension. But one of the reasons I'm such a fan of this program is because, unlike so many other diets that just focus on the aesthetics of weight loss, they don't care how you're doing it, just giving you low calories, the Pritikin program is really based on not just weight loss, but increasing your chances for longevity.
Yes.
They've done so many studies that support the fact that this diet does lower your bad cholesterol, increase your good cholesterol. It does, you know, bring down your blood pressure. And there's so much science behind this program. And as a registered dietitian, I don't just want my patients thin, I want them healthy. And this program does that.
Juliet, the next stop
Sounds like we got an A+ on that.
is the Upper East Side of Manhattan.
No, the
for this
Park
diet.
Avenue diet.
Yes.
Please welcome its founder and the author of the Park Avenue diet, Dr. Stuart Fisher.
Hi, Doctor.
All right, so give us a little gist. What is your diet all about?
Well, my diet actually comes from the word diet in the ancient Greek sense, which meant how one lives one's life. In other words, a lifestyle. I believe that your image, which is actually 7 different components, is what motivates people, and not simply weight loss.
So you're not just talking about our body, but you talk about fashion, doing your hair.
Self-confidence, interpersonal skills, how your skin looks, how your clothing looks. All of this is what makes an impression. And my problem is that compliance in dieting is the real issue. Not whether the foods are correct or not, and certainly the ones in the Park Avenue diet are good for you, just like the Pritikin diet. What will sustain a weight loss? Not what will cause a weight loss. What will cause people to be thin for years afterwards?
Give us an example of what you would eat on this diet, because that's the first thing everybody goes to.
Certainly, a spinach omelet for breakfast, pasta and vegetables for lunch, chicken and brown rice for dinner. All these are very nutritious, low calorie, low salt, very healthy. Nothing controversial there.
But again, real quickly, why am I looking at a fashion magazine on the Park Avenue diet?
You're not looking at a fashion magazine. You're looking at yourself to see how you present yourself to other people, which also includes your weight. When people look at us, they don't look at our weight alone. And people who are successful in dieting have changed a lot about themselves.
Okay.
Alrighty, our next guest lost 60 pounds. 60 60 pounds on the Park Avenue diet. She swears it changed her life. This is Debbie. This is what she looked like before she went on the Park Avenue diet. Let's see what she looks like now. Come on out, Deb.
Well.
Oh, my God. Wow. Whoa.
Oh, well, that's the way our...
That is fantastic. Wow.
Debbie.
Debbie, go ahead and have a seat. You look fantastic. Congratulations.
She's got that's insider trading.
It's like a one-off because we never did this letter.
Hey, Alex, can you get that out of our ear real quick?
Okay, so what's your favorite thing about this diet?
The favorite thing is that I've kept it off my weight for 2 years, and that I feel so good about life, and I feel very happy.
Well, you get emotional about it almost, don't you?
Yeah, I do, really.
Oh, your mic doesn't work. Would you mind holding that, Debbie? Thanks, Ben.
Is that good?
That's
but
fine.
it seems like the recipes, when you look through them, they seem a little complicated.
I love to cook. And
Hold it up to your mouth there just a little bit, Deb. Thanks.
So for me, I really enjoy that part of it.
All right,
But
so
you have to be
Dr.
a chef.
Siegel, yeah, I mean, is that the concern that you have there?
My problem with this diet is that it's like Park Avenue medicine. It's all style, and it's good to correct your body image so you feel better about yourself. That part I really like. But I don't think there's a real substance here in terms of the diet itself. There's no real rigor to this diet, and that concerns me.
What do you mean by that?
Well,
rigor to this diet?
Unlike the Pritikin diet, it doesn't have the proper array of foods that are carefully thought of, that are actually good for you. Vegetables, fiber, protein. There's too many things in this diet that are probably unhealthy, and there's not enough of a routine that you're really supposed to
Tanya,
follow.
real quickly, you got 15 seconds.
Yeah, my confusion was there's no science backing this up. And my last thing is I'm always wary of any diets that talk about supplementation because a well-balanced diet, you don't really need supplements.
Stu Fisher response.
Well, actually, the diet actually doesn't have any controversial foods as far as I'm concerned. And secondly, the research is psychological research also. How do you keep people on a program? The compliance rate to things such as a macrobiotic diet and so on is very, very negative, extremely negative. And this is what has resulted in the obesity problem, I think. Food-based diets that only deal with food alone, I think, are a dangerous thing of the past that has to go.
All right, we're going to talk about this a little bit more for our website, so we're going to send these folks into the green room and talk a little bit more so they can flesh their diets out. Tell you why maybe you should be on these diets. We're back in 90 seconds. We have another diet.
Yeah, the third diet. This is called the 4-day diet. Do you only eat every 4 days? What does it mean? Can you trick your body into losing weight?
We'll be right back.